I finally did it. I finally decided to digitize my closet. And I thought it just segued so nicely into this new section of my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tia and I'm a multifaceted babe. I talk about whatever I'm feeling in that moment. And right now, two things are pretty paramount in my life. One is just staying on top of my personal finances and adulting, which has always been kind of a topic on this channel. And two, how I have found a way to organize my life and express myself through my personal style. Some of the first videos on my channel were about my fashion, and then I moved to Milan and I started talking about my life here. And fashion was always a part of that story because of the city. My first job ended up being at Gucci, and once I left the corporate space, I went into being a lifestyle influencer and a fashion person, if you will. And that's when my relationship with fashion kind of took a left, because being in that space, in that environment, and that career really enabled a thankfully short-lived shopping addiction. I do have another video planned to talk about how I stopped shopping and how I think I overcame that shopping addiction. But all of this was really to say I've always had a really close relationship with fashion. That relationship took a turn for the worst a few years ago, and over the past few years I've been trying to steer it back in the right direction. And I finally feel like I'm in a really good space where I can try to share some of the things that I've come across and learned so that the information can help other people. I mentioned when I started my 100-day challenge that I wanted to catalog my closet because I was already kind of doing it. I would take some moments out of my seasons, like maybe once a season, once a trimester, and I would just put together outfits. Yep, I would take like a weekend, an afternoon, and I would just try on different outfit combinations. I would take pictures of them and I would put them in albums, whether that be my general closet album or an album for a trip to, just show which outfits I would be packing to go on my trip. And over time, I had like 100 or so outfits that I could just more or less know worked, get the pieces, and just put them on. For me, that was already cataloging my closet, and it had taken me from, level 1 to maybe level 5 of looking really good when I left the house because my outfits were really intentional, but they were effortless because they were pre-planned in that way. Let's fast forward to last week when I took that cataloging my closet to a whole nother level, and I think that you guys, I've made it to at least level 10. I came back from Nigeria. I came back from a month in a hot, humid place to a place that was suddenly really cold, back to my house in Milan. And I needed to do my cambio armadio, as we say in Italian, which is your closet change. I had to take my spring summer clothes and put them away so that I could put the winter clothes back in my closet. I do that when the seasons change, and when I do that, it's always a really nice time to reorganize my closet and put everything back in its place. And when everything is in its place in my closet, I get to see more or less almost everything that I have, which made this next step super easy. After organizing my closet in the real world, I then downloaded an app to organize my closet in the digital space. I use the app A Closet, but there are literally so many apps out there. A Closet was actually the third app that I tried, and I only really picked it because for me, it was the one that was the most effortless and had the most easy to see interface. But before A Closet, I also tried Index, and I also tried Wearing. Index, I really liked. I love the aspect of the personal stylist that you can actually pay to have a session with a personal stylist. Even if you don't want to go that far, you can take a quiz in their app to kind of find out your 3 fashion words, which I see that a lot of YouTubers talk about. I see that a lot of personal stylists talk about. They're basically just these guiding ideas and elements and words really that help define your personal style. And so when I did that quiz, I got the words alluring, minimal, and romantic. I got 3 words that were in that ballpark that I thought did a good job at defining what I would call my personal style and what I had been developing up until that point. I could say, actually, I agree. Yes, I try to make all of my outfits take some facets of this. Also tried wearing for a little bit, and truly wearing, the only issue was that it wasn't really my aesthetic. The aesthetic and the interface that I saw made me try A Closet sooner. And then I delved deeper into A Closet. So A Closet could even have some features that wearing also has, but I didn't use wearing long enough to try them out. It actually doesn't matter which app that you use to catalog your closet. There are so many of them out there. You just need to find the one that works for you and does what you are looking for and, organizes your closet in the best way that you like. Once I downloaded A Closet, that is when I started to upload all of my clothes. One thing that I think I did differently with respect to what I see a lot of other people do, and I think would make it more appealing and worthwhile to use the app, is that rather than take pictures of all of my outfits, which I had started doing and I got pretty bored and annoyed with pretty fast, I started looking up the pictures of my clothes from the actual stores and copying and pasting those product images into the app. All of the apps are actually pretty good at removing the background around your clothes. So for the clothes that I couldn't find anywhere on the internet, I still did this, but I was able to find, for I want to say 50% of my clothes, especially the clothes that were bought in the last 3 years, I was able to still find the picture on Google Images / the internet. For the rest of the clothes that I couldn't find the exact match of mine, I was able to find something that looked close enough. The important thing is to get an idea of the actual image itself, the actual product itself. One tip that I would definitely use is to use Pinterest, because I found that the photo recognition algorithm in Pinterest is so much stronger. If I took a photo of the item and searched it on Pinterest, then I was able to find the exact product photo so much easier, so much faster, especially for brands that, they take the clothes off of their website and you can't really easily find it on Google. For some reason, you could still find the product image on Pinterest. And so then I could just easily download the product image from Pinterest and upload it into the app. So that is how I got all of these beautiful product images of my clothes, which, because they still look brand new and the exact shape that they're supposed to be on a 3D model image, I find them more appealing to look at, and then I'm more motivated to style them and use the app. Once you've gotten all of your pictures, and maybe before or immediately after uploading them into these apps, you're going to want to describe them, categorize them, and you can use AI for this. I mean, you can take one of these pictures that you have, put it into ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to describe the clothing that it's looking at, describe the photo that it's looking at, and ChatGPT will probably tell you that, what the special features of that outfit are. Say you have a skirt. Is the skirt thigh length? Is the skirt knee length? Is it a maxi skirt? ChatGPT can figure all of that out just by looking into the image, and then you can input that into your closet cataloging app. Once you have all of your clothes cataloged into your app, that's when you have all of the fun. I definitely like being able to see the various pieces, the various accessories, the various coats, the various clothes, rather than before when I just had, my outfit album on my phone. I didn't really get to see the individual pieces by themselves. It's so much easier to piece them together into outfits, and I had a lot of fun doing this. I was always scared to do this digital closet because I felt like the whole scrapbooking aspect of making the outfits wouldn't work for me, because I feel like the way that a piece of clothing looks in a photo and the way it looks on my body are two completely different things. The way it falls on me, the way it pairs with other, pieces of clothing, it's all very subjective. So I felt like, I needed to try on the clothes and see that photo before I could really see the outfit. But I have to say that once you wear your clothes enough, once you have a good enough idea around, especially your favorite pieces, you already know how they fall on you. You already know how they pair with this piece of clothing and that piece of clothing. So it is then that, you know, this kind of scrapbooking method of styling your clothes and planning your outfits can be really, really useful. What do I think are the benefits of cataloging your clothes, digitizing your closet? First of all, it allows you to get a better holistic view of everything that you have, which means that you can see what you're wearing most, what you're wearing least. Another good thing that I noticed about most of these apps, or at least all of the ones that I tried, is that they have a cost per wear function. So you can put in how much the clothing item costs, and you can track through the app how often you're wearing it, so you can see exactly how much value are you getting out of this item versus that item. Given the fact that you're wearing more this with respect to that, you can also understand what pieces of your clothes you like more and which pieces of your clothes are more integral to your personal style. If you see that there are clothes that you're not wearing that often but you would like to, you can also, you know, work them into your outfit rotation because you've now realized that you aren't wearing them as much. I find that when it comes to my clothes, it is very much out of sight, out of mind. And given that I have a very small closet and a not so small wardrobe, it can be easy for things to kind of get like squished or pushed to the back or underneath something. And if I don't see it, just knowing myself, I won't wear it. When I am leaving the house and I'm going out and about my day, the number one thing for me is just efficiency and ease. The first thing that I'm gonna pick up is just gonna be the easiest thing to grab, which is not necessarily, you know, maybe what I wanna wear that day. Maybe it's not the best option for an outfit. So I found that having my digital closet really helps with planning my outfits out. Knowing what I have just makes picking out my outfits, taking my clothes and putting them on so much more efficient. I wish that I had done this sooner, truthfully. I'm excited to not spend hours and hours and hours taking clothes out, putting them on, taking pictures of them, and then spending hours and hours and hours of having to put them back. That is the worst part of creating outfits, trying on outfits. I'm so happy to be able to do them digitally now, and I'm really like re-inspired by the things in my closet, which is what these kinds of activities are supposed to be about. Every time I take another look at the clothes that I do have and just try to be more creative, I always come out with new combinations, new ways to wear things, and thinking, okay, so I actually didn't need to go to the shops and buy anything else. I actually do have a very good and useful closet. So do you, very likely, and this app just makes it easier to see that. That is how I managed to digitally catalog my entire closet. It only took me my Sunday afternoon. Mind you, I took Friday to, like I said, reorganize and do my cambio armadio, and then I took Sunday afternoon to digitally catalog my closet. So one day a season to just get everything organized, and then the opportunities for inspiration are just essentially limitless. I hope that this video can be that push that you needed to finally take the leap and digitalize your closet. It's not that hard. If you guys have any other tips or suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below. I would love to know what app you use to digitalize your closet. Like I said, there are so many, and I'm not averse to, you know, trying others. I don't know about you guys, but I would say that's a pretty great start to this series. And if you aren't already, you should definitely subscribe to see the upcoming episodes. I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah.